Welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be discussing Wanna Do It by Cho Sangduck. Now before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled on this manhwa, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. Now for those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to slut shaming, harassment, sexual assault, BDSM, including unsafe BDSM practices like breath play and choking, non-consenting porn, sextortion and blackmail, implied child abuse or neglect, and obsession, as these things do appear in the manhwa. Now, if that's all good with you, let's go and get started. As always, let's start with the synopsis. Won is going to a gay bar, but not because he's gay. One of his gay friends has been harassed by another patron, one that many refer to as Wacko, due to his aggressive attempts at seduction and his strange eyes. Won is going as a sort of bodyguard, though he hopes to maybe pick up any women hanging around there too. That quickly goes out the window when he meets the person he's supposed to guard against, Hong Yoon. Unfortunately for Won, Hong Yoon's attention goes from the friend he was meant to protect to Won himself. Yoon wants to bed Won, and he refuses to take no for an answer. Won would love nothing more than to just leave the bar and never look back, but he made a promise to his friend that he intends to keep. Yoon takes full advantage, talking Won into drink after drink until Won blacks out. Much to his horror, by the time Won comes to, he's in bed with none other than Yoon. Won has no intention of going along with Yoon and intends to leave, but Won is much stronger than Yoon. What's worse is Yoon's way with words, which tear down Won until he can't help but prove Yoon wrong, even if that means playing right into Yoon's hands. First off, I love this art style. This isn't the first thing I've read from Cho Sangduck, but the other work is currently ongoing. Desperate for more of this unique artwork, I happened upon this title, and I am so glad. This style is so unique and cartoony. I'm typically not fond of overly cartoony styles, but this is so smooth and expressive it's hard not to enjoy. For anyone looking for a unique art style, this is the one. This style is awesome, especially when we have a character like Yoon who goes against all social norms and is meant to be someone we're disturbed by. It's great. So if you like the cover art, you'll love the content inside. Now, as far as character designs go, I do have to point out that while I find Yoon's design interesting, neither Yoon nor Won is that attractive to me, but I don't think that's a bad thing as their personalities are much more important here. Won has an interesting personality to him. He's plain looking with a slight superiority complex, but he's also ironically self-conscious. He seems pretty put together overall until Yoon comments on the size of Won's penis, it being small apparently, which causes him to break down and join Yoon in this aggressive and violent state. Yoon easily pulls Won down to his level, if not lower, touching on Won's insecurities. Seeing the cool Won break down to become just as aggressive and chaotic as Yoon exposes how alike they are inside. Yoon is just honest about it, while Won holds it inside, much like their looks. Won looks average and, quote, normal, while Yoon appears wild and creepy. Ultimately, Yoon just wants someone who fits with him, and in tormenting Won, he finds that someone. This is one I desperately wish we could get a whole series of. It has so many exciting elements that are introduced but never explored because of the short length. The most interesting element of them all is our weirdo Yoon. We see a few glimpses into who he is outside of his interactions with Won, and the very end shows him to be an average college student alongside an interesting dreamlike sequence where it appears his childhood might have been cruel or neglectful. I would love to explore this more, but it unfortunately ends right after we learn that Won and Yoon go to school together, leaving us to wonder about Yoon's mysterious past. Without fleshing out his character, Yoon ends up being chaotic for the sake of chaos. It works a bit better in this case since it's so short and the focus of the narrative is on how chaotic he is, but because of that, this short feels hollow and superficial. Again, it scratches the surface of something deeper, but that's just an unsatisfying taste. I wish we had more because I really think there's strong potential here. Unfortunately, there are no side stories or even an author's note, giving me no hope that there might be potential for a fleshed out series, unlike Placebo, which had a short and is now coming out with a full-fledged series. A girl can dream though. With all that being said, I like this one. It's chaotic and smutty with something deeper and darker lurking just beneath the surface. I usually say that wanting more is a good thing, but this one had so much potential that I'd actually call it a negative this time around. If you're just looking for a beefy bottom with a, quote, straight top, this is it. However, if you want a deep story to accompany your smut, you will be disappointed. So, have you read Wanna Do It? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know and comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!